Is up, my people? Soul here, bringing you another episode of Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. In last episode, I began doing the final preparations for the last part of the game, and part of that was for item grinding and level grinding, and we easily did all the level grinding, and now we're going to be doing the item grinding and some little key things that did not show you before. So, first things first is I'm going to show you some recipes that can be very useful for the circumstance that you did not actually do leveling up, but you want to just have some good stats. So for that, we need to do a few things. Now, the first of our little ingredient journey will actually involve us going to town. So this is the reason why I recommend getting Hans in your town, because he does sell interesting items, which is, you know, the accessories, but he sells two items that are crucial towards making some great stuff, and I'm going to actually show you right now. So case in point, I bought a bunch of medicates. Now, I have more than enough money, so I'm not really worried about that, but I am going to show you the first of the item combinations that makes this really fun. And so let's go into our little cooking town. And he said he'll cook anything, so let's do it. So for this recipe, we need 2 medicates, and there we go. So with 2 medicates, you actually get a power food, and if you remember what a power food does, it basically increases your offense. So I recommend this item, the power food, for Bo, because once you actually maximize his attack with the double bow, he's attacking twice in a turn with a lot of damage. So like I said, really good item. So I'm just going to max out those things, and then I'm going to I'll show you like the step-by-steps of what to do, but no, not my power foods. No. Ooh. And you can see there, and you can see like through my grinding, I actually got a bunch of other items I did not need. Oh, but my thing failed, obviously, which kind of sucks. But what can you do? So I'm going to actually use those power foods. I'm not going to like obviously max it out, but I'm going to. Oh, what's wrong? Oh, she's hungry. Sorry. My little daughter was very hungry, so my wife is feeding her some yummy milk. Yum milk in the tum-tum. Anyways. So that was actually the first of our offensive recipes. So the next useful recipe in the game is going to be the one that increases your agility, which is called the Dinker. So for the Dinker, there are 2 recipes you can do. I'm obviously going to do the easier of the recipes. So let us now warp ourselves to Gunz. Yes, Gunz is the place to go to. And I will be, like I said, I will be going through these things little by little and telling you guys what to do. And so I'm only going to give the important recipes, because there are other recipes you can do, but I think, in my opinion, these are the best recipes that I'm going to be showing you. So obviously, speed, defense, and attack are the way to go. And I mean, you could do the wisdom one, but let's see. Before I do that, let me actually get rid of some stuff. So don't need that Elmore sword. Don't need I don't need the fire rock either. And I think that's it. So what I'm going to buy here is I'm actually going to be buying some. There's 2 things I'm going to buy. I'm going to buy some frisbees, 2, 3, 4, good, and I'm going to buy myself. I have the frisbee. As far as I'm going to buy myself frisbees. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right, so yeah, I'm going to be showing you what that does, and once again, I'm going to warp ourselves to township again. And the reason why I'm particularly doing this progression is because these items, while they're good, are going to lead me to even better items. So I'm actually going to show you. So the next are going to once again be stat raising items. And before I go into the cook shop, I'm actually going to buy myself. I need to buy myself 6 tuna. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay. So As I noted before, this is going to be recipes that are lead to other recipes. So let's hope that we don't actually get charcoal, because that would suck and I would have to do the steps again. So for our next recipe, I'm making a dinker. Now what the dinker does is actually increase your agility, which allows you to have more speed in battle. And for the dinker, you just need 2 frisbees. I don't know why like frisbee and Sonic Boom were correlated. I never understood that, but whatever. And of course I burn it. Man, that's lame. Whatever. Alright. Come on, frisbee. Because this is actually a recipe. I'm just like upset that I actually screwed that up. Yes, dinker. Okay. I actually need to make another dinker, but I'll get there later. But the next recipe, however, is another good one as well. And let us do it. So for this recipe, you need 2 fire spice, and you need 2 tuna. Yes, that is the one I want. So we're gonna do that, and we get miso soup. Miso soup. Did I screw that right? I think. Okay, miso soup actually increases wisdom. I thought this was the one that I wanted, but I might be wrong. Let me just try one more time with my recipe. Unless I did a different recipe. Could be. Let's see. Fire spice, tuna. Okay, so that's the wisdom one. Okay, so miso soup increases your wisdom. Let me actually go through my notes again in terms of recipe. But while I do that, I'm actually going to go to Guns. So actually, I shall be right back. And I'm back, guys, so sorry about that. I actually got my recipe mix-ups wrong. So to make the next item, which is the stamina, you need a fire spice, and let me get the item, 2 tuna. I think that. Yep, there we go, perfect. Haha. Excellent. That is what I want. But the next step of what I need to go down here, and we're going to go into day again. I need more tuna to do what I want to do. There we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that's what I need. No, 6 tuna. That's perfect. Let's go through here, and let us go right back into go right back into our carpenter of cooking. Let us do that. And once again, fire spice 2 tuna, and there we go. Cool. Excellent. Now that we have that, now I'm going to take those 2. Where is it? A stamina and 2 tuna. And this is actually the recipe. Like I said, I'm going to actually write this down for you guys too as well. I get a wise ball, and that is the best AP recovery item that's short of the egg that's in the game. So I'm recovering 100 AP without any issue at all. Now I need to get more dinkers again, so I'm going to once again warp back to the Gunts. Actually, I screwed up there. Yeah, like I said, once you have certain people in town, this stuff's easier, and you can actually create crazy stat builds. So, but I'm not going to, like I said, once again, I'm not really going to do that, because at this point, I actually have like, the levels and everything like that. What I will be doing, however, hopefully the towns are not closed. Please tell me you're not closed. Okay, cool, you're not closed. Excellent. I will basically be, my stats will be fine, essentially, and I need to go once again, get them frisbees, so frisbee. There we go. I'm maximizing my frisbee intake. As a matter of fact, no one needs that. I'm just making decisions. I'm gonna trash these, yeah. Because I want to buy one more frisbee. There we go. Like, imagine if you were able to get like an item shop like that in your town, along with Hans. You can basically break the game. You can be game breaking, but we're going to warp once again back to Township. Alright, let us keep going. Sorry, I'm just trying to like this is the slow part about this whole situation, but I do promise stuff will pick up towards the end. So, like I said, once again, 2 frisbees. Let's hopefully this doesn't charcoal it up. Cool. Alright, Dinker. Now that we have that, let us take those 2 Dinkers that we made and cook them up. And so, like I said, once again, I will write down what these recipes are. And you get the biscuit. Now, the biscuit is only usable in combat, which is fine. But the biscuit, what's awesome about it is it heals everybody, and to boot, it allows you to have defense up X. So, yeah, it's curative item that for a group, it's just you can't beat it. And once again, I'm just gonna use the rest of these Dinkers, however, just to increase some speed for other characters. So 1 biscuit's more than enough to what I need for its purpose. So like that, and I might actually make another wise bottle wise ball, because then I'll have way to maximize my magic one more time. So once again, fire spice and 2 tuna. We'll make a stamina. And cool. And I actually need to get 1 more set of tuna. But yeah, you can see why now you're seeing more why I picked the townsfolk I picked, and it's crazy. You would think that Day would be a very useless character, and pretty much he's useless if you don't get the carpenter for cooking. I think any other carpenter you would not be able to use it very well. Actually, I just realized I actually need more tuna. And let's clean this up. She's going crazy. Sorry. My daughter is just on a talking rampage right now. Is she upset, or is she just trying to like... She's just talking. Alright. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but she's basically saying, "Pay attention to me!" She's hoping that you guys watched my videos, is what she's saying to you. No! I didn't want charcoal. Why? That sucks. Whatever. I hate when that happens, but... no. Man, I am getting outlucked here, but whatever. You know what? Maybe that's their way of saying, don't need any more wise balls. 2 should be fine. There we go. I think at that point, what I'm going to do next then is I'm going to do one more thing, and that's particularly I'm going to try to get a certain spell in the game. And for that, I will meet you at that point, so I shall be right back. And I'm back, guys. So if you recognize this area, this is the Namanda Temple, actually near Farmtown. I'm going to show you where on the map we are, okay, just for reference. And in here, there is actually another spell you can gain access to. And with that, I'm actually going to show you whom to talk to. But of course, again, to a fight. But luckily, I can probably rip through these guys fairly quickly. Yeah, we're going to destroy these guys really quick. So, we're still pretty slow. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, even with our stats raised the way they are, we're not even fast enough to take these guys out. Wow, Barkuda actually gonna live it. Well, luckily Bo actually took that guy out. Pretty cool. And I'm also going to point out this monster here, the Barracuda, if you get lucky, it can actually drop. I think I talked about this earlier in one of my Let's Plays, that they can actually drop a item called the Tiger Sword, which when you use the item actually acts as a cure too. So once again, now that we're here, I'm going to show you. What shall I do? It's time for prayer, but my buddy isn't here. Would you take my buddy's place and ring the bell? This is the way it's done. Alright, so yeah, that was like my bad attempt at it, but it's because my speakers are very low. But if you actually play the sequence right with using the A and B buttons, which are the red and yellow buttons, you actually get bestowed with a spell. So I'm actually going to attempt that a few times. So if I do get lucky, I will forward it to that part and let you know. So I shall be right back. And I'm back. After many attempts, I actually got the rhythm down and I was able to do it. So once you are able to do that song game in unison, they'll go, "Ah, thank you very much. Thanks to you, I was able to announce the time. I will give you Namanda's strength as a token of my gratitude. When you decide who will receive this gift, bring him forward and approach me once again." So this spell, if people don't know, Boombada, allows you to have a monster's hit points in battle. Very, very useful. So that being said, I'm actually going to just give it to... who shall I give it to? You know what? Let's just give it to Blue. I might as well just give it to Blue at this point. And give it to Blue. Shall I give Namanda's strength to Blue? Absolutely. And with that, Bagow! We are able to now get Namanda's strength. May the strength of Namanda's help you. Namanda! So, very cool. The only part that's terrible about this spell is it's very expensive, so... yeah, it's pretty much on caliber with like spells like Missile and Bolt X and all that stuff. But yeah, there are a lot of different ways that people do progress the spell, but the way I did it, and I will be honest, is since I am running the system, I actually slowed down the game. I followed the rhythm because of the slowdown of the game. I was able to just follow the keys to that. So there you go. Anyways, on that note, now that we have the spells, we have most of the stuff, I think at this point it's just, I think we're about ready to go. So next time I guess I'll see you will be in the front of the entrance to the next part. So like I said, basically make sure you do everything you can. So if you're not level enough, level up enough. If you want to get more gear, go for it. If you want to do any more cooking, I say go for that as well. But I do recommend do everything you want to do in this stage of the game now, because like I said, we're going to hit a point of no return. So at that point, I shall be right back. Well, alright guys, so I think I'm ready to go. And like I said, make sure you have everything set. I think I basically am set to go. I'm going to warn you right now too, at that point in the game, even if characters are shamanized, they will lose their shamanized form at that point, so don't really expect to keep that very long. I have enough healing, I have my big items, and I have my small items, and I have a few extra backup items just in case I need them. And like I said, I have a good part to go into the first part, so let us begin the trek into the last part of the game. And I do recommend taking Nina with you in her shamanized form. And the reason why I do say that is for this very reason. So I'm going to prepare, I'm going to fight as though I'm going to fight these guys. So you can see that I've already been to this area at this point. But using Banish will be substantially useful in terms of shorting a lot of these fights. See, I already got rid of one guy, which is great. That means I don't have to really involve myself in fighting two guys, because these guys have a lot of hit points. They take hits really well. You can see, look at this is crazy. Even for being levels I am at this point, I still have a hard time killing these guys quickly. So it's going to tell you that this dungeon is not going to be the easiest dungeon to go through. Yeah, but like I said, having Nina's ability will go a long way in terms of getting through this dungeon, and I'm gonna definitely take advantage of her ability as well, just so that the fights go a lot quicker. I also took Nina as well as because there's a monster in here named the Big Hand. It's similar to what the Mammoth is. Like I said, I'm going to try to avoid any fighting as can that is susceptible to the Death Spell. And that being said, since I have Nina, I should be able to easily one-hit shot those guys. And speaking of those monsters, this is the Big Hand I talked about. Now, these guys will hit very hard, and they're very tough. But like I was saying when I was doing my grinding initially, these guys actually drop the best armor in the game for Cat and Rand, and I really did try to get that armor for them, but I was very unsuccessful, and I went through probably hundreds of these guys, so not the easiest fights to go through at this point. And I think me explaining this doesn't really do it justice because, like I said, it's very tough to go through these fights. These guys are very tough as well, and they hit very hard, and you can see that even with optimized armor, even with a good amount of leveling up I did, it's still very hard for me to encounter these guys. But luckily, I have enough healing. I have Bo, which is basically the best healer in the game, and watch, and even for that my character gained a level, so that tells you how powerful these guys are. Now what I'm gonna do is I recommend using your spells first and keeping yourself healthy, because I need Nina's Shamanized form in order to do well. And the reason why I took Sten is this reason, because there are certain points in this area that having Sten's arm ability is going to go a long way. And you can see here that me being able to cast Death Spell makes some of these fights go a lot quicker. So there you go, boom, done. And I'm really like keeping hope of hopes that I'd be able to get the best armor, but I'm not holding my breath at this point for random. Alright, so once again, we're going to attack the Hummus. Actually, Stan, what you're going to do is use the boost shield on me. Bo's also going to hack the Hummus, and once again cast Banish, because, like I said, I would rather make these fights end faster, because it's just, you're going to go through a lot of these fights. And the more monsters you can get rid of like that, awesome, the better. So, yeah, shiny bracelet. So we'll do. So that bracelet, I believe, actually also wards off. Like I said before, it actually wards off bad effects. All right, so I think I'm actually going to fight these guys because, like I said again, because of the fact that I have the death spell, I'm going to be able to go through this. And I was actually also trying to find the fishing spot, because there is a fishing spot that allows you to get a ring, and this is only a spellcaster's weapon that can cast death. So wasn't having very much luck there as well, so I said at this point, really not worth the headache that would be involved in trying to get it, so it is what it is. Oof, that is a lot of damage. Alright, so again, just do that, and Nina once again casts Death on the Big Hand. And yeah, this is not too bad of a party actually, because I have the healing, I have a little bit of a utility guy with speed and sten, and I have my spellcasting ability with Nina, and you can see that I'm just getting a butt ton of experience in this area. So this is also a point where if you didn't really know about the Giant Island, you didn't know about the Knight Rider Island, etc., etc., you would use these points as places to level grind. So just showing you the various areas, and you can see that these fights go a lot faster at this point because of the fact that I can banish monsters. It's such a useful ability. I actually, in hindsight, should have taken the Holy Rapier. Well, no Twin Rapier, because that weapon has the Holy property, which is what I was trying to imply, and having the Holy property against these monsters makes them get killed a lot faster. So if you like Jean, he's very good here with his final weapon. Now we're at the second part of this area. This second part of the area, you're going to be fighting monsters like this. Oh, freaking A. That's really what I want to fight. But hey, what can you do? I think this guy is susceptible to shot, but we're only going to find out. Sten, actually, you're going to Medusa Shield me. Bo, you're going to go for shot. And Nina, let's try to banish him. Let's see if we can get lucky there. If not, then it's alright. This guy, I know at the very least, cool, we can actually banish this guy. At the very least, he casts Fire Breath, he casts Fireball. He is a demon, so Holy Weapon, once again, very useful there. Of course. I'm just going to anticipate as though I have to do that, but luckily, like I said, the Banish, very useful ability taking these guys out. Like I said, Nina is definitely very useful at this point. See, such a good ability, especially if you're trying to go through this quickly and you really don't have much in the way of hit points and you want to just get through as quickly as possible. Very useful. Alright, this is another monster. This is the G Rider. So basically relative to Knight Rider, relative to those other monsters as well. I think we can just fight this guy at this point because I'm not really worried. And I also, if I get lucky, be able to show off the Angel spell, which is the equivalent of Turning Undead, which is a very useful spell. It's like Death for Undead, basically. Let's see if it actually works. Yes! Look at that. Death for Undead. Very useful. But it only works on certain monsters. It doesn't work on every monster, so be aware of that. There is a Undead class and then a Demon class, and that's the Buster Bow. Now, the Buster Bow is not as good as the Death Bow, but like I said again, Twin Bow outclasses it in the end, so... Okay, let's try to banish it, see if we get lucky again. Very nice. Once you get this ability, you can basically short so much stuff. So you can do all the grinding you like, but short fights very quickly. This... Oh, I should not have done that. Yikes. Whatever. The Dalius. Oh, we special this guy. I'm actually surprised. Oh damn! I did not. Sorry guys, I did not expect us to actually kill that guy very quickly. You know what? Let's show this monster as well. So this is the Gannett, and the thing about the Gannett is it's similar to like the Chorking or the Sea Sludge, where basically every hit you do physically does 1 and it's immune to magic. But if you use an item, however, it's instant kill, and for that you confer a lot of experience. So it's the reason why in my inventory right now I actually have 2 usable items. And once again, we go through here, we get a shiny hat. So obviously I think my characters already have that gear, but it's all good. Alright, so let's just, for the sake of completeness, attack, because I don't know if the Angel spell is going to kill both of these quickly, but if it does, great. If not, it is what it is. And really, there's no sense in me like skipping these battles because I get through them so quickly now. And it's not because I can fight them quickly, it's just because as long as you go into an area with a plan, you should be okay. And I'm gonna go up here because I believe there's another treasure chest. Yes. And let's try to banish them. So I'm gonna use my Empire Sword, which acts as a Sonic Boom. Sten, you're going to use Reduce Shield on Bow. Bow, you're just going to attack the Daedalus, and we're going to use Banish. And see, the Gannets are pretty fast as well. So fast, they can bulk up stuff. They can also do Attack Up, which is very scary later on if you fight the wrong monster, combination of monsters. In this case, the Daedalus, I believe, is a very, very powerful monster. But Banish should take out both of them. There you go. Yeah, so this is really the reason why Nina is so useful. I think this is Spar's weapon. Nature Whip, yep. Aha, I actually know my stuff very well. Alright, a Flit, we can just run. Yeah, I'm avoiding trying to get into fights because you're going to get into so many of them, and if I try to really just grind out those fights, it's not very good. And I actually forgot something, so... Yeah, I knew it. Put that Hero Belt on, and... Blood Bracelet. So I can regenerate hit points, and I have my good gear. So, Earth Dragon. Do I get anything from Earth Dragon? No, not really. It's really not worth fighting certain monsters, you can see. So if I can avoid them, I'm going to avoid them. Of course, I get hit with that. Oh, lead off attack. Nice. We got a lot of lead off attacks, which is really good. is this where I want to go? I think like at this stage, no matter where you go here, it just leads to the same area. So, race good, reduce the shield, attack that one, and let's Spanish. Yeah, this is gonna be a fairly long episode just because it's like getting through this part. But luckily, like I said, it's not gonna be as long as I thought it would initially because of the fact that we have the banish ability. Alright, so attack again, stand you're gonna do, and basically it's rinse and repeat the procedure I'm doing here because of the fact that it's really useful in taking out these monsters, and secondly, avoid damage. And as you can see, the worst damage I've taken at this point at this stage of its area, and you see that's why Angel is very hit or miss. No, that's not good. Whew. But, oh man. But, yeah, at this point, not really concerned, because like I was gonna say before, the most damage I've taken so far is from those Gunnets, because speed-wise, Nina is fast enough that her banish will outspeed most monsters here, which is great. And secondly, anything that is faster than Nina at this point, we can basically one-shot pretty easily, or we have the means to take it off very quickly. And I think here's not something very good, but I think it's like a stat raising item or something. Let's see. So, like I said, just follow the strategy I'm doing here. Just if you followed everything I followed, just go with this plan, and everything's going to go a lot easier. So obviously, Medusa Shield. Let's get a buff going for my main character, so my character will hit very hard. All right, cool. We took out one guy. And yeah, this is the reason why it's tough, because it's not even the fact that they hit hard or anything, it's just the fact that their defenses are so astronomically high. And I didn't know why they built that, but they did. Yep, I knew it was stamina. Stamina, once again, is a defensive raising item, so I just recommend to give it to whomever. At this point, let's give it to Nina, because, you know, it doesn't hurt to have Nina have extra hit points. And people might be wondering, well, why aren't you using smoke or anything like that? Well, I'm going to tell you plain and simple why, because smoke is... like, it seems like smoke in this game did not do what it was intended to do, so... never really recommend it. Oh, man, so there we go. Do that part, and banish the hummus. So, pretty cool. And we're going to keep going at this point. I believe we can go this way, yes. No! Race Guido, or Race Good, I don't know. We're gonna do that, and you know, we're gonna banish again. Not bad, not bad. And I know, like, it's basically sounding like a broken record, but this is why the game is very unforgiving, as people will say, because the encounter rate, still, once again, it just shows you. And it doesn't get any easier when you go further into this area. Now, you may wonder, well, where's that stairway go into? Remember that room we were in where we got the shiny hat from? Well, that's the stairway. So, you have two entrances basically to get to the this area. So either way, you're gonna be fine. And you know what? Let's do Angel, because we have plenty of magic with Nina at this point, especially because she's shamanized, and it basically boosts her AP substantially. And being level as she is, she has a sick amount of magic, and I might as well take advantage of it. Yeah, killed one of them, not too bad. Slam won't do much to me. And I'm counterattacking with... oh my god. He's doing way too much damage. Oh! Gotta love the main character of the game. Such a freaking monster. I think we go down here, yeah. I think that's just another... it's an okay item, but I think it's either like an iron bracelet or something. I don't really remember off the top of my head, but... yeah. And like I said, this is the reason why I will take Nina over Blue, because Nina has access to Angel at this point, and a lot of these monsters will be killed by it, especially these guys. and we're getting a lot of XP. And it sucks because I'm not fighting those big hands anymore. I really wish they would encounter those guys, but I don't think you encounter them once you get past that room. Just kind of stupid, because especially if you're trying to farm the Mammoth's Clothes, because it's either him or the Mammoth ant monster that's in the area around Gate and Cotland. And yeah. And that's the other thing that I get discussed a lot, and I am in complete agreement with, is the fact that in this game, the drop rate is just really ridiculous. It's so unforgiving. Like, you can go through so many monsters and not get crap. So there's the reason why I just decided to give up on the Mammoth Clothes, because it took me 2 days basically to get the No Twin Rapier, and I told myself, I said, alright, you know what, I'm going to attempt to do this, and if it doesn't work out, you know what, forget it. And to me, it just isn't really worth it to have to basically make the game unplayable in order for me to get one item. No, I don't think so. Like you have to be able to at some point, you know, just tell yourself enough's enough, especially with drops. Unless you're a completionist, but then you're just going to, at that point, be pulling your hair out. Because remember the K-Sludge we fought, which was that King Sludge? Now, the King Sludge has a very, very, very rare drop, which is the... I can't explain it. It's the Sacred Shield, which is actually a better shield than the Medusa Shield in terms of defensive capabilities and resistances. And then there's also, he drops a thing called the Army Glove, which is a helmet. Now that helmet actually increases your offense, so yeah, you're like that monster could give you some great stuff, but I would basically have to farm just getting King Sludge, which is hard as it is, and secondly, have to defeat them, which is very difficult. And then on top of all that, doing all that, you have to pray that he drops something. And with the drop rate being as absurd it is, screw it. So, yeah. I'm going through all this whole long soliloquies about the whole drop rate and monsters, but it's true. You know, I lucked out actually very much with the No Twin Rapier, because I've read, and I've read through some Let's Plays that people don't even like people who played this game dozens of times have never gotten that drop. So I considered myself very lucky to get those drops. And like, some drops are easy to get, like for example the Demon Dagger, which is Sten's best weapon. The monster is fairly common. They don't drop too much XP, and they're easy to kill, so you can farm through them fairly quickly and without having to worry about it. And you know what, I'm gonna run this fight. And let me think what else. There's gonna be 2 more weapons that I can get down there, and maybe an armor, and I'm gonna attempt for it. So those I'm gonna attempt for, because having Kat's best weapon is great, and she's just not saying, but she's gonna be basically one of the final members of my team. Like, Sten's clearly going to be replaced by Cap. I'm using Sten because there's certain points in this area that Sten's ability is very useful. His arm grab ability. So, to get over gaps, and allows me to get certain weapons, and as you saw there, I was able to get Spar's, one of Spar's better weapons. The best weapon for Spar is actually deeper in the dungeon, so that's the reason why I wanted to get everything I wanted to get. And as you can see here, we're going down further and further, which means that we are actually doing very well. We want to actually get down further and further. And I know you saw a treasure chest there, but to be honest, really not worth the trouble. Oh, awesome. Alright, so cool. So these are the big hands that I was talking about again. So we encountered them some more. This is great. Maybe we'll get lucky. Who knows? I say that just because I'm hoping to get lucky, but you know, never works out. I just wish they would drop something for once. I get every other drop in existence. Like a power food, a gun. There's another monster in this, well, not in the air, but above ground, in the area before you go to gate, called the Chimera or Chimera. And the Chimera, he drops a fairly good sword that it raises all stats. It was the Elmore sword that I actually used to sell, and that sword is really rare as well. So yeah, this game basically does what it wants to do in the end. So it is what it is. Oh man, nope, never lucky. All right. So that being said, you know what? Let's once again bow cast that, and I think cast Cure 1 and Cure 1. Awesome. Alright, so we're doing well. No, come on, why? Alright, that. Stand again, Medusa shield up, bow that, and vanish. Cool. Got rid of those guys. So, yeah, sometimes we can get very lucky, sometimes we're very unlucky, and this is one of those design features that I understand it represents you going deeper in a tunnel, and I want to actually explain to you guys as well. If you remember in the very beginning of the game, remember that like tower we saw and everything? Now I want you to visualize us going down that right now, because while it's not implied, that is basically what we're doing. Because if you think about it, it came from that whole visual borrow berry they showed you, that tower area. So imagine that's what we're doing at this point. So this represents that same very tower, and we're gonna go through this a few more times. And this is one of the reasons why I also said that if you didn't have everything, it's the point of no return. Because look at the great lengths we have to take to get down this area. So imagine having to go backwards. I mean, you'll be strong enough at that point to not worry about anything, but just still, it's so long and monotonous. It's just absurd. And I really do love the fact that I was able to get basically near the best gear for everybody, because I would rather be prepared for what's going to come next than just be caught off guard. And I'm actually in this, well, in the next area we're going to be able to get access to Nina's best weapon, and I am actually going to go for that, because Nina's best weapon, on top of it, just like I know her stats are meaningless, but her best weapon has something that is something I really want, which is the ability to cast life. So actually having the ability to life people would be great. And you can see these guys, like at this point you see most of the monsters we're encountering aren't really doing much to us. And like I said, that's always the problem with the over leveling. Monsters aren't going to do much to us, but at the same time they're still so so physically strong that it's hard to take these guys out so quickly. So, and lead off attack, beautiful. We're gonna run. So yeah, you can see a lot of running, a lot of simple strategy, but oh, come on, this is gonna take forever. Cause like I wish at this point, at this part at least, they just turned off the encounter rate, because then I think this will go a lot faster. But you can only hope and dream for certain things, can't you? Come on. Cool. Beautiful. Alright, now we're at this point. Beautiful. This is great. Now, where I'm going to go is, I'm going to go right and go to the north, because that is exactly where we want to go. You know what? I'm going to attack at this point, because Banish has been working fairly well, and I think, yes. Okay, cool. So Hummus is not enjoying it. Let's help that guy out. Good. And let's keep going. Now you want to go, like I said, north. Beautiful. I hope this is what I want it to be. I really do hope it is. You know what? Let's banish this guy. And it works. Beautiful. Sometimes it'll fail, but yeah, I'm not really concerned about that. And we're gonna go here. And we get the Immortal Ring. That is, like I said, the ring I wanted. And it's like stat-wise, like but really useful. And I think there is Sten, another weapon for Sten, but it's not better than what we have now. So we can do that and banish again. Gone. Like I said, these fights don't last more than a few seconds, so it's not too bad. We're gonna go down here. I think this might be the one, actually. I didn't do this on purpose either. I just... Like, your goal is to get... Now from there to go straight down, so... Hopefully a counter. Beautiful. And having bow with the Fire Shaman and the Twin Bow. Beautiful. Still doing the good amount of damage, so can't complain. Now, like I said, to be game breaking in this game, Shadow Dagger. Yep, I knew it. In order for you to be game to break the game, you just have to give power food to Sten. The more power food you give him, basically you're guaranteed. You know what? I'll use that Storm Ring, Bow, Deadliest, and then we'll banish. Come on. Now the sucky part about it is if you banish the monster, actually, oh, very nice. That Moondrop is so sweet to actually have. I actually am very happy that we got that drop because that's yet another item that will, basically the Moondrop, what it does is cures all bad status, cures you all to full. Really good item. So we got a very lucky drop there. And then with this final hit, G-Rider's dead. I'm not sure, what does he drop? I don't know if he drops anything good, but yeah. Yeah, we got lucky there, so sweet. I think that's a Sun Mask, so let's find out. I mean, I'm not intentionally going for the drops, but it looks like that's what's going on. But hey, whatever. Dream Bracelet. Ah, so item that protects you from sleep. Not bad. I guess we're going to just auto the battle at this point. Because we get through the stuff in one round. It's not like long fights anymore. So, yeah, not bad, not bad. Oof, that hurt. But we should be dead. Very nice. Alright, cool. Yeah, this is just... It's like traveling here is long, so like I said, no matter how this episode is going to be, it was going to be a long episode regardless. So, no sense in putting this in 2 parts. So I figured, you know, this would be the longest video, you know, saved for like the very last part of the game. Alright, so I'm hoping I went the right way, because there aren't some dead end areas, and I don't think we went to dead area, but you never know. My luck. Yep. I say it and it happens, but hey, it is what it is. Again, attack the hummus. It's spicy, yeah. Ooh, that was good damage. Of course, the one that... No! Don't put me to sleep! Need us to sleep. It's whatever. Nothing to worry about. Should be dead next round. Yep, especially when I do crits. My characters are not playing games anymore, so... Oh, another treasure chest. Who knew? Final knuckle. We have the better knuckle, I believe. But, we can always check. We guess we gotta fight him. I want to say he's susceptible to death, but not too certain. Or shot could kill him. Let's try it. Because we haven't fought one of these yet, so... Yeah, we haven't fought too many dragons. Yep! It's a little death. Haha! Gotta love that spell. The way I feel is, in this game, the big monsters, like the menacing ones, are susceptible to like those one-hit kill spells. So let's do it again. Not bad, and basically what I'm showing you here is the best way to dispatch these monsters as well, so not bad. And you get good XP. For, you get good XP for one spell that costs 8. Yeah, of course I'm going to take advantage of that. Alright, going down here, and... I could run at this point. And go down here. Cool. And is there any monsters in the area? Yeah, there are. So I'll tell you right now, there's nothing in that area back there. But now if we go through here. Finally the time is here. What the hell? We just both glowed. We had a moment. We just had a moment. Haha. Oh. The light you radiate. You are no doubt the destined child. That's the second time we've heard that one. Welcome, destined child. This is the Dragon Town, home of the Dragon Town, Dullagni. Our destined child, we were waiting for you to come. Please go to the Elder. Oh, destined child. First, we must thank God for bringing you here safely. And there is something you should know about your destiny. The destiny of the Dragon Clan. And you can tell this guy really is akin to us. Wow. A long time ago, a brave dragon defeated the goddess Myria, and the world radiates peacefulness. Everyone hoped those days would last forever, but we found out that it was here. It? What is it? That's a heartbeat. Life in the universe. It was something that was the goddess left behind in this world. It was like a small scar. It may be called the seed of evil. It swallowed the people's fears, desperation, hatred, jealousy, and other negative feelings. And it was growing from it. We realized that someday it would grow to something become very powerful and become the world's enemy. Wow. What the evil goddess left deep underground. That name was Deathhaven. Wow. And Deathhaven spread throughout the world like seeds grow roots. Even then, we could not see or defeat Deathhaven. The reason is because it has no real shape. So, yeah, like anything, evil takes no form. It can take the form of man, monster, a thought, a vision, whatever. In order to defeat Deathhaven, we had no choice but to wait until he took shape. And you see that very tower? That's the tower we basically went through. Crazy, huh? Wow, we went quite a ways. And you can see now we're at the base of that tower. This is where we are now. Interesting. You see all those houses, I guess that's where they are. Our Dragon Clan went underground and continued to wait until Deathhaven took shape. The demon was growing, and we had no choice but to wait until he went into human world. Well, somehow he did. Do you understand, destined child? Do you understand the history of the Dragon Clan? And about the living beings in this world? And of the enemy, Deathhaven? Of course, you just explained to us because Saint Ava sent so much energy to the demon. The demon Deathhaven has already shown itself. We must defeat him before he gets any bigger. The only person who can do this is you, soul. You are the destined child. That's great, buddy. You hold the fate of the world in your hands. It is a very heavy destiny, but soul, you, the soul that we believe in, can do it. Now you can actually elicit different responses whoever is sandwiching him. So if you have Randa, if you can't there, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's pretty cool. I love how they do it that way as well. Saint Eva is gone, but that doesn't mean the evil feelings of the people have disappeared. If we let time pass, Deathhaven will become even stronger. Go, my destined child. And now we've gotten real. You can run from your difficult destiny. No one is forcing you anything, but even Valerie hopes you will accept your destiny. Valerie? Did you forget? Valerie is my daughter, and your mother. I know she gave her life to save you, but I still believe she did the right thing. Wow. So now we know what we have to do. And at that point, I'm going to end the episode here. And in the next episode, we're going to learn more about our destiny and maybe learn a little more on Mother. And ultimately, delve deeper into the underground to finally defeat Death Haven. So if you like this episode and my other videos, please help support my channel by subscribing, leaving a comment, liking, etc, etc. This is Soul signing off on Let's Play Breath of Fire 2. I only hope you have a great day. Peace!